Amen. Yeah, I remember when John Paul II was doing his teachings on theology of the body and the beauty of marriage and the beauty of sex within marriage and the man and woman, the made in his image and likeness. So, but I've found that most people have no idea what theology of the body is. So can you give us a little brief explanation about what that is in layman's terms?
Can you give us a summary of theology of the body?
Yeah, because that big, thick book John Paul II did is like, what? Even for me, I'm like, I get part of it, but it's tough.
No, it's dense. What Theology of the Body is a series of speeches the Holy Father gave on his Wednesday audiences for the first 5 or so years of his pontificate from 1979 to 1984. We're taking a look at what does it mean to be human and how are we to live? And essentially the basic point is that we're made in the image and likeness of God. God is love. But that's stamped not only into our spiritual part of us, but even into our bodies. And our complementarity as men and women, we reveal that we have been created to make a gift of ourselves in life-giving love. And so when a husband and a wife do that and become one flesh, they become a visible icon of the very inner life of the Blessed Trinity, this eternal exchange of life-giving love. But it's not something just reserved for the married couples. Through their own celibacy, priests, religious sisters are making a gift of their body to the church in a way that gives spiritual life to others. That's stamped into our bodies. Our bodies are not meaningless. Our bodies are meaningful. Not only do they reveal who we are as male and female, but how we're called to live by making a gift of ourselves in love. It's what John Paul II called the spousal meaning of the body.
Which is what we grew up with, and I imagine you as well, the abstinence talks and, STDs are bad and that kind of thing. And the beauty of theology of the body, although those things are true, it just complements that. And the teaching is so awesome. I predict John Paul II will be a doctor of the church someday because of it, because it's amazing.
No, without question. I remember George Weigel, his biographer, said that the theology of the body is really the ballast, so to speak, that God has put into the church right now. And the ballast is like that weight underneath a boat that keeps it from capsizing when the tough waves come. And that bark of Peter, that the ship, which is the church, is going through tough waters right now with culture and even inside the church. But the theology of body, I think, is going to hold its weight down as the world questions, what does it mean to be male? What does it mean to be female? What's the purpose of our sexuality? The church, being rooted in the theology of the body, is going to be able to weather these storms.
It's really kind of prophetic.
Yeah.
Looking at the culture and what the just confusion that it has right now on whether a person can decide whether he's a male or a female.
Right.
It just seems like that one was put out just for this time.
Yeah.
That the theology of the body is just made for this.
Such a time as this. Yeah.